This is Dan Lawson with the Alliance for American Manufacturing. I'm meeting with Dr. Danny King today in Eufaula, Alabama. And Dr. King, how long have you been in this area?
I've been practicing internal medicine here for 26 years. First came in 1983.
Wow. And so have you always lived in this area, or you came from somewhere else?
I grew up in Dothan.
Okay.
And after I finished my training, I knew about Eufaula. I was recruited by the hospital group that owned Eufaula, so I came here. There was another doctor in town that I trained with that I knew well, so we worked together well, and it just worked out really good.
Now, over the years of being a part of the community, have you seen a lot of changes as far as the job market and the manufacturing base here in the community?
Yeah, over the last 26 years, we've lost a good bit of industrial jobs. We used to have a really big textile mill that employed a lot of people. It eventually closed down. We had a latex condom and medical glove manufacturing plant that's also closed down that employed a lot of people. Our metal building industry is a big company here in town that has struggled over the years. They're still open, but they've had their ups and downs and layoffs off and on, and then are able to build back up. See, that's in general the manufacturing jobs I can think of right off the top of my head that we've lost.
But when these companies close or move away, how does the community absorb the people into new jobs? Are there more jobs that they can go to that would afford them the same wages?
No. A lot of the people move away seeking other jobs. And the ones that move away generally are the ones with more education, so more job opportunities open for them. The ones that don't have an education, the low-level workers, there's been a chicken plant that has been built. That's about the only one I can think of that's new, or relatively new, let's say in the past 10 to 15 years that's come here, that has been doing new hires. They were initially owned by an a Thailand company that didn't do so well, and then they were bought out by, I'm pretty sure, an American company. At least the employees tell me they're a lot happier now with them. They have better benefits than that. But that's about the only place that people can get new employment in this town. That the other industries, it's really harder to get on with them because there's such few of the other industries, and the jobs, the guys getting the jobs, they hang on with them because they learn good skills with those jobs, and they turn out to be valuable employees, and they make a good income.
So now you have the Midwest Vaco mill here in the area. How important is that mill to this county and the surrounding counties for employment?
I would say an estimate of half the employees there live in Eufaula. As far as the wages that they pay versus any other manufacturer in the area is a big difference. They pay a lot better. Their skill levels are a lot higher skill level employee, hence they make more money, which makes sense. The Meade employees that live in Eufaula they contribute in a lot of ways. I mean, churches, social, schools, volunteers, of course, just living every day, spending their money in town, supporting their families is really crucial to this town.
And even though this case really, the international trade case that we've talked about against China and Indonesia, even though it has nothing to do with the Midwest Vaco mill here at this time, if your town was in the same situation as other towns around the country where they're being threatened by imports from China and Indonesia to the point of where they're worried about whether or not they're going to have a mill, what would this town be like if something was to happen and, heavens forbid, this mill was shut down for an extended period of time, or worst case scenario, had the shutdown?
It would hurt the economy of this town tremendously. We would lose a lot of higher income workers with their income coming back into the local community, economy. It would hurt me personally. I would be less insured patients to see. There would be more people on the entitlement programs and Medicaid and food stamp programs and things. And there's a lot of little towns around South Alabama that if it weren't for the government subsidy, there wouldn't be a town. The courthouse is there, the place where you can get government subsidies is there, and maybe a little tractor business, but everybody moves away.
Now, there's hearings coming up on this international trade case, and we've talked a little bit about it. If you had the opportunity to talk to the powers to be that are going to make decisions in these cases, what would you say needs to happen so that this doesn't happen to other towns or even this town in the future, of where the American worker, the manufacturing person is put at risk?
Well, I believe in free market, but I also believe in a level playing field. If our country is supporting human rights, we have laws to make sure that a person can make a living wage. We have laws to protect the environment. And if we're allowing a country that has none of those laws, doesn't respect our environment, doesn't respect human rights, and they're allowed to subsidize a product, make it at a lot less cost because they don't support all these issues, then that's not a level playing field. And if we're asked to do these things and keep the environment clean, which I agree with, a good living wage, which of course I agree with, but yet at the same time we're supposed to play, we're playing with those rules and doing right by those rules, but another country is allowed to sell their product here that doesn't follow those rules. It's just plain wrong. And those laws need to be changed, and Congress needs to know that. And they need to read those laws before they pass them.
Dr. King, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to sit down and talk with you today. I know you're very busy, and we appreciate you taking the time, and I just want to thank you. I hope that we can all make a difference in this case.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you very much.